Greetings, everyone. You are on the mic with Social Studio Gurus, Helena and Michelle. We are so excited that you've joined us today. I am Helena Richardson, a former NASA IT specialist and founder of HRichnetworks. HRichnetworks, we love helping businesses like yours create an effective marketing strategy that will help you stand out from the crowd. So learn more about our products and services by visiting our website at www.HRichnetworks.com. Guys, it is indeed a pleasure to share the stage with my friend Michelle with Triangle Social Studio. Social media. Sorry. We got social studio, we have social media, we have everything with social media in it. But hello, Michelle. How are you
Hey,
today?
Helena, and hey, everybody. I am Michelle, and I am with Triangle Social Media. There's a lot of social words, and I did the same thing recently, and I was doing a video in one of my groups, and I said social studio instead of social soundbites. So there's a lot of social words, but we know what we mean, right? We give each other grace.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yes,
I help
yes.
businesses with social media on their social media platforms, right? Whether that be through platform management, social media coaching, workshops, events, interviews, etc. And if you need help with your social media, please do reach out, Michelle at trianglesocialmedia.com. And we love coming together to share tips for you, for ourselves, because we always learn, right? When we talk and share and interact, or we have guests on the show. By the way, reach out if you'd like to come speak. We'd love to have you. And so that's pretty much it, Helena.
Hi, Michelle. So, guys, thank you for joining in. And someone is saying, hello, ladies. Hello, hello, hello. We can't see right now who you are. We have to get out of this platform in order
Hmm.
to see it. But we are glad you're here. And thank you so much for joining in. So, today, guys, well, for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about just being able to be more structured, so to speak, right, Michelle?
Yep.
Uh, so today we're going to be talking about just the struggles of trying to keep things um, structured, or help me out, Michelle. I'm trying to come up with some.
Saving time, because our time is so valuable. And there's so many things that we do. This is always a topic of conversation, really. There's so many things we have to do as business owners, and we spend time on. And
Mhm.
sometimes we get behind, other times we're ahead of the game. And we just
Yes.
like to share tips, time savers. And, how do you manage your time? What are your tips and tricks and shortcuts, or just processes that help you to stay confidently organized? And even if you get behind a little bit, because, we have life, we do things,
Mhm.
but to get back on track. Sometimes for some people, if they don't have a process and they get behind and they get overwhelmed and they're not really sure how to get back to where they need to be. And I've been there. But we like to talk about, what kinds of things are you using, whether it be an app or a tool or some kind of a resource list maker that helps you to stay organized and on top of things, and just to feel like you know what you need to do next. And
Sure.
there's
And
a lot of things.
absolutely, Michelle. We talked about meeting deadlines, and thank you so much for getting me back on track. A lot of times, and you're talking about being stressed out with stuff. Um, a lot of times when we're not prepared, or we're rushing, like right now, I'm hearing this rumbling from the weather, and my lights went out, so I'm trying to
Oh
like
my.
rush. I don't want to rush through, but I want to get to the point so that we can share with you guys some tips and strategies that can really help you to get things done. Because a lot of times we are a small business, right? And we wear many, many hats. We
Yeah.
could be a parent, a spouse, an employer. Some people still have jobs, right? So we're struggling to keep that balance in those roles to help us to keep from being stressful. And when we think about stress, there are a lot of things that happen to folks with stress. Heart attacks, they can have high blood pressure, they can get overweight. So there's so many things that can cause stress. So a lot of time, I think, Michelle, that causes us stress is saying no, because many people, as we are overly scheduled at times, and we feel uncomfortable when we say no, or we get another client and we already have 10, right? Or 20 or whatever. But a lot of times we need to share those responsibilities with other folks. Give up the reins sometime. A lot of us small businesses, we want to hold on to what we're doing because we're afraid that if we let it go, someone won't do it like we would do it. But we could train the trainer, right?
That's right. That's right. And we need that wisdom. Is it time to outsource? There's a
Yeah.
lot of professionals who are experts in their field in those micro kind of subjects of what we're managing. I don't do my own. Maybe it's a financial advisor, tax preparer. You outsource that. If you have a blog or an email updates, you might outsource that. You might use a virtual assistant.
Mhm.
You might use even just a posting service to help you with your social media posts. Website updates. You might meet with someone like Helena to kind of keep track of your website, make sure it's running well, because it's hard to do that stuff yourself in addition to all the things as a business owner. So as you're able, with time, with finances, and you're ready, consider outsourcing all those things to make it easier for you to focus on the rocks, the big boulders, versus the pebbles in the sand that can take up a lot of the time and not be as meaty, as far
Right.
as importance. So
And
definitely
that's what we're here
consider.
for, right? We're experts in our area of expertise so that we can take that pressure off you as a business owner and not let you have all those hats, because hey, I too have a financial person, I have a bookkeeper, I have someone that does my taxes. I even have someone that's helping with the marketing because I can't do it all myself. So, videographer, I have a videographer, I have an admin person, because it's important for us to take those tasks and, like you said, Michelle, hand them off to someone else so it can make our lives much easier. And then you can be the best that you can be, because
Mm,
that's the area that you're an expert in, and it won't take you as long to get the task done. So
yeah.
um, do that. And I've been looking over some things, Michelle, and I've been running across perfection and perfectionism. I always had an issue with that, and I realized the reason why, because we have to make sure all of our systems are running properly, that they're up to date. And my mom was one to make sure that everything was in place, the house, the hair. I remember being in school, and if I came home and my hair was all over, she's like, "What did you do today?" "Okay, I was in school, I played." So a lot of times when we think about the just growing up and just our um the job that we do, it causes us to be more perfectionist, or try to be more perfectionist. But we have to take those things and move them aside, and try not to be so
Mhm.
perfecting it that it
Yeah.
will cause stress, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a matter of discernment and, what are you good at? What do you love doing? And, what takes up a lot of time that maybe you don't love as much or you're not as skilled at. And
Yes.
there's people who can help you. So
Mhm.
um, I think, for some people it's hard to let go because they're maybe type A, they want to be in control of everything. And
Absolutely.
so it's really up to you've got to be the one to let go if you're going to outsource, but just consider that because it may give you a lot of time, which is huge value, where you could focus better on the things that you do so well in your business, right?
That's right. That's right. And I love that. I love too that what also helped me is to break those tasks into smaller tasks.
Hmm.
Sometimes finding the task or the component that takes you more time to do, and do that last, and do the one that takes less time, and do first. And that really helped. We talked about having the calendar. We talked about the Google Docs. So all of those things help to minimize stress, to keep us from getting those heart attacks and
Mhm.
having the high blood pressure or getting overweight or even eating too much. Because sometimes when people are stressful, they either eat too much or they
Right.
don't eat at all.
True. Yeah. One of the many things that affects our health, right, is our
Yes,
mental
yes.
health.
Exactly. And I believe, that's something that we need to focus on is really self um personal help, working on ourselves because I know every day I get up and I exercise. And, if there's some bad weather, I find something to do in the house. So, it's really important that we work on that mental, physical, and spiritual state of mind. And it will just help us along the way with everything, you know.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And that all turns back into making us better in many areas of life, but in particular in our businesses, it makes us better business owners and just more happy, more successful if we're healthy in all those different areas. And so
Absolutely.
when we save time, it makes us healthier,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, guys, we're excited that you're here. And if there's anything that we can do to help you, any of the tips that we shared that would be great to help you along the way, or you want to reach out and ask us some other maybe personal questions, some other things that we may do that we may not be able to share online to help us to you know, get down the stresses in our lives because we have the stress from COVID, right? We have the stress from stuff that's going on in politics. It's just a lot of things that can cause stress. So we just need to learn to take a time and take a breather. Even
Hmm.
just sitting still. You ever? I know when I was a young girl, my mom would tell me, "Have a seat, just sit still for 5 minutes." And you know what? What it did, it calmed me down and it really helped me to go to that next level because a lot of times we just need to stand still for a little while.
Hmm.
Just take a break.
Good practice.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. Well, we would love to hear any of your thoughts. If you have some ideas or tips, things that help you to save time, not just time, but just to be more organized, go ahead and share it and just type it in the thread of the video where you see the video. We are broadcast in several places, but we encourage you to join if you haven't already. Join the group Social Studios, right, with Helena and Michelle.
Mhm.
And the videos will stay there as well as YouTube and some other places. But we love to hear what your thoughts and ideas are so that we can all learn from each other. And with that, I think we're going to close, right, Helena? We're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much. And we will see you next Thursday at 5 p.m. every week, Social Studio.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Much. Bye-bye.